Hey guys, I was shirtless. I said I should put a shirt on. I don't know if this is better, but it's what you have to deal with. I sort of looked over these games last night. This is glocks4interns versus yossarianlives. I don't remember much about them. It was like 4 a.m. This game, yeah, a couple of villages. I remember this sort of vaguely. A couple of villages, trading post and upgrade are your trashing options, which is an interesting choice. And I think probably you want to aim for one trading post and then like two, or probably two is reasonable, two upgrades. And Courtyard is like not great card drawing or anything, but it's cheap and it is card draw. You have tons of villages. So I think the deck that I would be trying to build on this board would open Talisman Silver. It would try to pick up an early trading post and try to pick up Village Courtyard Engine. Farming Village would not be a priority at all over Village. I don't think Farming Village is really a better card in the sport. So it's a slightly better card to have in your deck. Of course, it costs $1 more. So I'd buy Farming Village over Village if I had $4 and wanted to buy a Village. But yeah, that's the only reason to prioritize it. And I would actually try to get more talismans. There's no plus buy on the board, so Talisman and Upgrade create a way to get your deck going, get it increasing in quality. You pick up lots of cards with Talisman, you upgrade them to better cards, and my end game would be trying to one-up Vineyards and Fairgrounds. And I'm quite confident that that's going to beat anyone trying to end the game on Provinces, and I'm also quite confident on this board that anyone trying to end the game on Provinces is not going to be flexible enough to run out piles in order to beat me when they're ahead on 3 points. So they're going to just be restricted to trying to buy 8 Provinces, and by the time they do, Vineyards and Fairgrounds are going to outcompete. See what actually happened. So Saurian does open Silver Talisman, which is what I was saying. I don't understand opening with Farming Village at all. There aren't really terminal actions that you need to have villages for, except Courtyard. Which is not like super powerful. I think really the priority has to be getting up to trashing. And maybe Farming Village sort of, I mean, it's a copper. I don't know. So yeah, immediately on turn 3, if Farming Village had been a silver, you would have a trading post here. And that's like probably like you just lost the game. Yeah, Dominion's pretty brittle in the early turns, and it's going to be really hard to catch up after hitting that 4 there and having to buy a silver in turn 3. I don't know about buying another silver on turn 3. I think Courtyard. Yeah, I think I would buy a Courtyard. Glocks is obviously not planning on playing Courtyard Village because he opened with Village Silver or whatever. Maybe he is, I don't know. I would have assumed that he'd buy a Talisman if he were, but I mean now he's buying silver, so I guess he's going for some sort of big gold type strategy. I don't find the idea terribly compelling. Saurian gets his trading post. Gold, like, this is just so slow and so inflexible that it's extremely easy to get outmaneuvered going for it. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh. You're welcome for the heads up. I don't really like buying this gold on turn 5. I think Yossarian does not need gold at all. He needs an upgrade, and that deck is going to beat Glocks very easily. And I don't understand why you bought a gold first and are now buying a trading post. That's got to be backwards. Does it? I think it's backwards. Maybe it doesn't have to be backwards. I would have done it the other way around. Yossarian has like 3 farming villages and 0 courtyards at this point. So it's true that farming village costs 4, and it's sort of impulsive to buy something that costs 4 when you have $4, but you have 3 farming villages and 1 terminal action, which doesn't even draw you cards in your deck. So this farming village doesn't actually do anything. It cycles. It ensures that you don't draw one of your 2 estates, which is extremely unlikely. Courtyard would be much more useful there. The same for Glocks. Courtyard is better than village there. Here again, courtyard's better. So Glocks is opening up the endgame on turn 8, which I guess is what he's decided he's going to do. I mean, I think he just is absolutely hopeless and going to lose to Yossarian. If Yossarian goes for the upgrade, villages, talisman, vineyard, fairgrounds sort of plan. It doesn't look like Yossarian's going to do that though. And yeah, we've just, I guess, initiated an endgame where we're just going to buy treasure and provinces, which is pretty silly. There was no reason to do that straight away. And now we're buying an upgrade, so yeah, and that's just backwards. You need the upgrade earlier than the gold. Don't need, but you would prefer to have gotten the upgrade earlier and pick up the gold a little later. Obviously, if the thing you're planning to do with $7 that you're getting off golds is to buy an upgrade for $5, then the gold isn't as high a priority. Here, courtyard's much better. At this point, you have 5 farming villages in your deck. 0 courtyards. Courtyard is the card draw on this board, and that's what you use villages for. Buying a potion to get some late game vineyards, I guess it makes some sense, but you've really butchered that plan a little bit. It could have been much, much more powerful had you committed to it a little more. As played, you've helped Glocks get towards emptying the province pile and diminished the number of action cards that you have and the ability that you have to draw your deck. Province, getting a duchy with the upgrade that's coming through quite solidly, and a province. That's a very strong turn. Duchy, province, and Glocks does end up taking the win. So I think this game was just a situation, Glocks actually won very convincingly. It's a situation where Glocks committed to an endgame very early, where he did have an advantage in that endgame, but there was really no reason for Yossarian to agree to play it, basically. Glocks could not realistically finish the game before Yossarian improved his deck to monster status and just, destroyed the world. Vineyard, I think, is 1 victory point for every 3 action cards, so if you have 24 actions, which, Pearl Diver's there as well, You get 3 talisman. You can pretty easily get Vineyard up to, might even get it up to colony status on this board. Courtyard, Farming Village, Pearl Diver. So yeah, I just don't think the provinces are really going to win it for you. But when your deck has all this treasure in it that you're having to mill through, you didn't successfully trash because you weren't prioritizing the ability to draw your deck, which makes it harder to trash. It's just harder to get that deck going. So that ends up not working out. Let's go on to game 2.